friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm sure by now many of you, all of you know that Ben and I went to Italy for our honeymoon. We literally left 2 days after I finished school and it was absolutely amazing. I have a video coming going over the entire trip, who we went through, what it was like the whole 9 yards, but I thought it would be fun to show you guys what I bought while I was in Italy. I have more items than I thought I would buy. I only went to Italy with one expectation and hope for a purchase, and that was a Pandora charm. That's sort of been my thing. If you guys don't know, Pandora as a brand, they actually make and sell specific charms at certain locations that you can only get at those locations. And so I went to Italy wanting to get a charm of any kind that was unique to Italy that could represent the trip, but I ended up picking up a bunch of other stuff along the way. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll start with the 2 items that I purchased out of necessity that I didn't bring with me. The first is a scarf or a shawl. It is a white shawl that we bought in Rome. It looks like this. We bought it off of a street vendor literally the last day of the trip, and the reason we bought it was because I wanted to go inside the Pantheon, but it was sweltering in Italy. We knew it was going to be hot, but a heat wave came in unexpectedly that made it even warmer than it typically was. And the problem I had, I knew that churches were conservative, but the issue was that you had to not only have your shoulders covered, but you had to have your dresses come down below your knees. I knew about the shoulder thing. I did not realize about the knee thing. And I tried to pack things that had sleeves, but it was hard to find. So I brought a sweater with me that I planned to wear. But the thing I didn't understand what was going to happen was you couldn't bring backpacks to a lot of the places that we were going to, like the Colosseum doesn't allow backpacks. A lot of touristy ancient ruin areas don't allow backpacks, and so we didn't know that going in. And all I brought with me, Ben brought a backpack, I brought a purse, and my purse obviously didn't fit my cardigan, and I wasn't going to carry a cardigan around everywhere I went. So some churches, they were less strict. I had sleeves, my shoulders were covered, they were fine. Other days when my shoulders were bare, you could at some churches purchase a little see-through robe thing. It was made out of polyester, super cheap. You could use that to go in, but when we were in the Pantheon or in the line, there was nothing like that offered. So we ended up buying this off of a street vendor. The thing that sort of miffed me about this was I have these. The thought of bringing a scarf never occurred to me, and I probably could have shoved this in my purse or at least tied it to my purse so it wouldn't have been a pain in the butt to hold all day. So pro tip, if you're going to Italy, bring one of these with you that you can either tie around your waist if your skirts are going to be too short, or you can put over your shoulders if you're wearing something, shoulderless. Not the most exotic purchase, but I have. The second thing I bought was a hat. This super cute hat. I will now wear it for this portion of the video. I'm not typically a hat person. Even now I feel like I look a little goofy in this hat, a little bit like I belong on a plantation in the South drinking iced tea with the ladies, but I didn't bring a hat. I'm not typically a hat wearer, but it was when we were in Venice. It was we had gone all day, and then I was about to get on a 40-minute boat ride to go from Venice to Burano, and I was like, I can't do it. I cannot sit on a boat. I will combust. I need to get a hat. So we were walking by a bunch of vendors. We went on a tour group, so we were walking with our group, and we had a 10-minute break, and I said to Ben, I was like, we gotta get me a hat. I need to be able to have some kind of perimeter barrier for my body because I cannot live like this. And so I picked this up. It wasn't too expensive. It was I think 10 euro, which I probably would have easily paid that if I had gone to TJ Maxx. I thought it was cute. The only problem with it, like I said, was carrying it. I don't always love to wear a hat, nor do I think it's proper when you go into some places to be wearing a hat, even though I know it's a sun hat and you could, whatever. So I didn't wear it a ton, but the days when it was really warm, I definitely opted for this, and I'm super happy I got it because it was definitely a necessity and it served me well. And even now I've worn it to our rooftop pool because I like to have a lot of shade when I read and just avoid the sun altogether. So definitely happy with this purchase. All right, now speaking of Venice/Burano, for those of you who don't know, because I didn't know a lot about it before we went to it, it is an island that shares the same lagoon, I think is the term they use, lagoon as Venice, but it's a 40-minute boat ride each way. So when we got there, our trip leader was like, hey, fun fact, Burano is known for their lace. Like, people hand make lace here. They hand make clothes with lace and different things. And I was like, I like lace. I like lace a lot. And as we were walking along the street, I kept seeing all these beautiful like lace items, and I ended up picking up 2. They were definitely not cheap, but in the grand scheme of things, I was like, I'm in Italy, it's my honeymoon, these are homemade. Like, I got totally sucked into it and was willing to pay it. And I did not even think I would buy clothing items. But the first thing I got was this off the shoulder teal top. I think this is so cute. It is definitely on this like underlayer here that covers your midriff. It is totally like sheer. You can see your body through it. But I figured with a like tank top, I would be totally cool with this. But even if I don't wear a tank top, I don't think it's so sheer that it's unbearable. I love this color. I love this. The woman like in the store was like, I handmade this, and I was like, tell me more about how you handmade this. Like, this is absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to wear it. The second thing I picked up, I actually wore on the trip. I'll put in a picture of me wearing it. It is this tank top. I think this is so beautiful. Again, the bottom part of it is definitely more sheer than the top part. And I did wear a tank top underneath this, and surprisingly, it was a really good idea, because what I didn't know was that this being hand dyed needed to be washed before I wore it. I was actually wearing white shorts with this, and I look super cute, I'm not gonna lie. But I noticed like about halfway through the day, I was like, well, there's like a green tinge on like parts of my shorts. Like, I don't understand. And Ben was like, I'm pretty sure your tank top is rubbing off on the shorts. And I was like, oh, like, I had no idea. So I've now talked to my mom about it, and she said that I need to wash each one of these individually, and that will like release any excess dye and also set this, and I'll just hang dry it. My shorts, I've washed them once, and like 85% of the green came out of them, but I didn't dry them. I'm gonna wash them a second time and see if I can get the last bits of green out. But aside from that, like, I absolutely love this. Both of these were 40 euro, which, like I said, is super steep, and I probably would never spend that on a shirt in the States. But knowing that they were handmade, and I just got caught up in like the 2 cute old ladies that were telling me about how they hand make these lace tops, like, I was super in the moment with them, and I'm really happy in hindsight that I have both of them. The next 2 things I have are actually a tradition that I have forced on Ben, I would say, and that is a Christmas ornament tradition. I know some people collect magnets, but I just absolutely love Christmas ornaments. But we're getting to a point now, Ben pointed this out to me, that we have more ornaments than I think a tree that can fit in our apartment will allow. But dang nabbit, I found both of these and I loved them. The first one I got was this Santa on a gondola when we were in Venice. I just think he is so cute. Like, how do you not look at that and think great things of your Italy trip? The second one was one of the first places we went to, and that was in Sorrento. And Sorrento is known for their lemons, and so we came across this lemon ornament. It has like a little painting of the Sorrento area, and then on the other side it says Sorrento, and it's, you know, shaped like a lemon. It also came with some delicious smelling lemon soap. I think this is a really cute, fun way to show off the visit that we had in Sorrento. So I was really happy with both of those ornaments. The last thing I have is the Pandora charm that I picked up. We literally, bless Ben's heart, any place we went to, I said to Ben, I was like, do you see a Pandora store? Do you see one? And we probably went into every single Pandora store that we could find at each location. There was like basically one per location that we were at. And essentially what I discovered was they had a pizza charm, which was basically a little pizza with a little slice cut out, and then the slice was sitting on top of the whole pizza. They had a pasta charm, which was like a little swivelly pasta with like a fork and something else. They had a chili pepper. And then some places had like the little circle charms that had an etching and then the name, which I really hate that trend. I feel like those, one, it's so hard to make out what is on those charms that if you were just looking at someone's bracelet, it's like this. Like, you can't really make out what's written on there, and especially if it's like a drawing. This is just the Pandora logo because it says Mrs. on the other side. Like, I just don't love that trend, and I'm finding that they're doing more and more of that. I don't know if it's just like an easy generic way to create different like location charms, but girls not having it. Then when we were in Verona, they had a, I don't know what it's called. It was like a black charm, but I wasn't into it. And then the last one that they had was a gondola. And I thought, like, out of all my choices, I thought that one was the cutest. And I also thought that it was the most representative of Italy in a unique way. Like, I love pizza, I love pasta, but I don't feel like you necessarily would associate that with Italy. And so that is the one I picked up. It looks like this. It's so cute. I absolutely love this charm. And interestingly, did not pick this up in Venice. We picked it up at a different location, but I absolutely love it. I cannot wait to add it to one of my 3 Pandora bracelets. Whenever I get a new charm, I always tend to like reorganize and shuffle all 3 of my bracelets. So once I'm done with that, I promise I will film a what's on my Pandora bracelets. I had that request 100 years ago and I never got around to filming it, and now that I have a new charm and a bunch of other charms since the last time I ever filmed that. So now that I am not doing any more traveling and I expect no more charms to come my way in the near future, I'm ready to actually film a what's on my Pandora bracelets because they're all 3. Alright guys, that is it for me and this particular video. I would love to hear your thoughts on the things that I picked up, and I'll talk to you in my next video real soon. Bye.